Hey 5M, I'm just going to do a couple of these with you from your assignment. So if you want to get that out and maybe a whiteboard or some space or a blank sheet of paper to do this with me, we're going to do a couple together and then you can try this on your own. So just like in the movie it said, you need to first draw a big line and you need to have 7 markings in the middle. So I like to put 1 here and then I need to have 3 on each side. 1, 2, they don't have to be perfect. 3 and 1, 2, 3. So remember the mnemonic device that he told us to use for this. Remember, King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk. If you memorize this, you will be good for life. I remember learning a mnemonic device to remember this when I was in 6th grade, and it was my friend. Her name was Kyra Hubbard. So I had Kyra Hubbard's dad likes dark chocolate milk, or Kyra Hubbard's dad guzzles dark chocolate milk, or Kyra Hubbard's dad makes dark chocolate milk. Now, when you remember it, the King Henry's, you can make up your own if you want to, but the one from the video was King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk. That works as well, but just pick one of these to really memorize and say every time you write this because they have to stay in this order. So once you've got that drawn on your board, we're ready to look at the first problem. It says 159 and 71 hundredths meters to centimeters. This seems really hard, but I promise you it's not. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be thinking about, okay, we're going to be going from meters to centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my chart and think meters to centimeters. And to do that, I'm going to make some jumps. Okay, I'm going to start out at meters, and I'm going to start out at meters, which is right here. That's my normal one. Okay, and I'm going to go to centimeters, which is over here. Now I'm going to count the jumps it takes to do that. Okay, so if I start here, it goes 1 jump here, 2 jumps here. Okay, so I'm going to whoop, whoop, 2 jumps. Same thing here. I'm going to start at my decimal point here, and I'm going to go 1 jump, 2 jumps. Okay, and that's exactly where I'm going to move my decimal point to. It's going to go right there now. Okay, just made 2 jumps from where it was. So now my answer would be 15971 with no decimal point. The decimal point's over here, but you don't have to put it if it's way over there. So now I just need to put my comma in there. So my answer is 15,971 centimeters are in 159 and 7 hundredths meters. Okay, so just jump 2 spots. Let's look at the next one. Okay, this one's similar, but we're going from centimeters to meters. So keep that in mind. We're going to go from centimeters to meters. I'm going to go back to my same spot here. I'm just going to clear this out. This time we're going from centimeters to meters. So we're kind of going in the opposite direction. So I'm going to start at centimeters, and this time I'm going to go to meters. So when I start at centimeters, I'm going to make it 1 jump, and I have to go over here to the decimeters. And then I have to go 1 more jump over here to get to the meters. So 2 jumps again, but this time it's 2 jumps to the left. So I'm going to go back to my problem and make 2 jumps to the left. Well, look at this one. It doesn't have a decimal point, so I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to put it right here. They're always hidden on the right side if they're not there. So now I'm going to make my 2 jumps, and this 2 jumps to the left. 1 jump would put me between the 5 and the 0. The next jump would bring me between the 5 and the 7. So my new decimal point, I'm going to put in blue as my new one, and it's right there. So my answer would be 157.5. Okay, I can put that 0 on there if I want to. I don't have to, but my answer here is 1,567 and 5 tenths. Okay, these are kind of weird ones. Let me show you one more here. So back to our chart, I'm going to show you one more that might be a little bit more logical, but I want you to just get used to those kind of weird ones too. let's say that my dad said that we were going to drive, and my dad would say something like this. He would say that we were going to drive like 3,257, or maybe we were going to run meters. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how far is that? That seems like a really long ways. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can think about kilometers because that's kind of close to a mile. So maybe if I switch this over to kilometers, that might be helpful to me. So I'm going to go from meters to kilometers, okay? So if I'm on here and I'm going to go from kilometers to meters, kilometers are over here, and meters, remember, are back over here. Okay, meters, grams, and liters. These are the normal ones, and these are the prefixes. You can add either way. And so I'm starting with my meters. And I'm going to figure out how many kilometers that is. So I'm going to jump. Starting here, I'm going to go once, twice, 3 times. So 3 jumps to get to kilometers. 3 jumps to the left. So I'm going to go over here. Once again, my decimal is hiding right here when there's not a decimal in there. So I'm going to go once, just like we did over there, 3 jumps to the left. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 jumps. And that's where my new decimal point is going to go. Okay, so if my dad said we were going to run 3,257 meters, I'd be able to convert that to realize that that's 3 kilometers and a little bit more. So, I mean, if I think about 0.25 is like a quarter, so it's 3 1/4 kilometers, okay, so not quite 3 1/2 kilometers. Now, if I saw that, I would probably suggest to my dad that, you know, maybe we should take a bike. So you need to, on your assignment today, make sure you're using this and jumping around back and forth in the same direction as you do on the little chart. Memorize that mnemonic device to really help you, and let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.